At exactly 11:47 p.m., the lights in the city went out. Not just in one house, not just in one street, the entire city. And in the sudden darkness, standing on the rooftop of an unfinished building, was a young man named Daniel, holding a letter in his shaking hands. The letter had only one sentence: "We regret to inform you." Daniel had seen those words too many times. Rejected from college, rejected from jobs, rejected by people he once called friends. That night, the city blackout felt personal, as if the universe had finally decided to match the darkness inside him. He looked down at the busy streets below. Cars were stopping. People were confused. Sirens echoed in the distance. But up on that rooftop, it was silent. Too silent. Daniel whispered to himself, "Maybe this is it. Maybe this is all I was meant to be." But then something unexpected happened. In the distance, one light turned on. Just one. A small apartment window across the street flickered to life. A candle. Then another light appeared. And another. Within minutes, tiny flames began glowing across the city. Windows filled with candlelight. Phone flashlights waved from balconies. People started talking to each other, strangers checking on strangers. The darkness had forced the city to connect. Daniel stared at the glowing skyline. For the first time that night, he felt something shift inside him. He realized something powerful. The city didn't wait for the power to come back. They created their own light. Daniel sat down on the cold concrete rooftop and unfolded the rejection letter again. It said he wasn't qualified. It said they chose someone else. It said better luck next time. But what it didn't say was that he should quit. He thought about his childhood, the nights his mother worked double shifts, the mornings he studied before sunrise, the dreams he carried quietly because people laughed when he said them out loud. He wanted to build something meaningful, something that mattered. But he had been waiting for approval, waiting for opportunity, waiting for someone to believe in him. Standing on that rooftop, watching a city light itself without electricity, Daniel understood the truth. No one was coming to switch on his future. He had to do it himself. The next morning, when the power returned, Daniel didn't. He didn't return to self-doubt. He didn't return to waiting. Instead, he opened his laptop and started building. He didn't have money. He didn't have investors. He didn't have connections. What he had was determination. 4 months, he failed quietly. His first project? Nobody noticed. His second? Criticized. His third? Laughed at. But something was different now. Each failure didn't darken him. It fueled him. Because he had seen what happens when the lights go out. People either panic or they shine. 2 years later, Daniel stood on a stage in front of thousands. The same city. The same skyline. But this time, the lights were on, and so was he. His startup had created emergency. Solar kits for cities during blackouts. Affordable. Portable. Community-powered. It started from that rooftop. From that moment. From that decision. During his speech, he held up the old rejection letter. "I used to think this letter ended my story," he said. But it was actually the beginning. The crowd was silent. He smiled and added, "Darkness doesn't destroy you. It reveals you." That night at 11:47 p.m., the city lights flickered again, but this time it was planned. A tribute. For 1 minute. The entire city turned off its lights and switched on candles in their windows. Not because they had to, but because they remembered. Sometimes the world goes dark not to end your story, but to give you the chance to become the light. Moral of the story. Rejection is not the end. Failure is not final. Darkness is not permanent. If no one believes in you, be the first to light your own candle.